week one of the campaign, after you did not know the Reserve Bank's cash interest rate and you did not know Australia's unemployment rate, you said you were human, you make mistakes and you fess up. Last night on Q&A on the ABC, you said that you were not given the opportunity to name the 6 points on your National Disability Insurance Scheme policy. Did you make the mistake and not forget, or were you not given the opportunity to respond? If so, will you fess up to making a mistake today? And is asking a question about your own policy?
Hang on. Order. You get the question, then I'll have the answer.
And is asking a question about one of your own policies that you announced really a gotcha question?
No. Well, let me tell you about what the NDIS is about. It is about, we have a signature policy, which is what I said yesterday. A signature policy to put people at the centre of the NDIS. That's why we created the NDIS, and that's why Labor will always defend the NDIS. Now, there are a range of things that we'll do to that end. Stopping the cuts, stopping the waste, making it more efficient, making sure that people in regions can be looked after, but also lifting the cap on NDIA staff so that people can get those people-to-people relations. But we'll also then, that all combines to putting people at the centre of the NDIS. And one of the ways that we will do, which is what I said yesterday, one of the ways that we will do that is by making sure that people with disabilities are on the NDIS board, making sure that we double funding for the advocacy groups, which are there as well. And let me tell you what the NDIS is about. It's not about gotcha questions. What it's about is providing
policy really a gotcha question, Mr. Albanese.
You had your opportunity.
And you're not answering the question.
You had your opportunity, and now it's my turn to answer. So just wait. What leadership is about is determining when there is a problem, identifying it, and then coming up with solutions. We did that in government. We created the NDIS. We're doing that from opposition under Bill Shorten, who's had a role both in government and in opposition. And he is coming up with solutions to stop the cuts and to put people back at the centre of the NDIS. Right at the centre of the NDIS, and I'll tell you why it is personal for me, because where I grew up, not far from here, and we'll put in a bit of an appearance in a week there. I grew up with a mum who was not diagnosed properly with rheumatoid arthritis. It's a two-storey house. You've probably seen it on Channel 9 with Carl. We did an interview there. My mum, because she wasn't diagnosed and didn't get the assistance that she needed for her health, couldn't at one stage, it's a two-storey place, the bedrooms were upstairs, she had to come down the steps every day, every morning, on a bum, because she couldn't walk down the steps. She couldn't get the sort of support that she needed to use a knife and a fork to cut up food because her hands were crippled up. As her health deteriorated, she couldn't get it. I remember the battles to try and get bars so that she get it. It was an old council house that had the old bars systems and the old gas hot water. She couldn't get bars to get in and out of a shower. Those simple things that the NDIS provide to improve people's lives. That is what the NDIS is about. That is what a government that I lead will be about, providing real help for real people, and I've answered the question.